Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a young girl who loved horses more than anything in the world. She would spend all day riding her horse through the fields and forests, dreaming of a day when she could own a magnificent steed that would carry her on magical adventures. One day, while wandering through the forest, the girl came across a clearing where a group of horses were gathered. And in the middle of them all stood a majestic white stallion, unlike any she had ever seen before. His coat shimmered like polished silver, and his mane and tail flowed down his sides like liquid gold. The girl was mesmerized by the horse's beauty and knew in her heart that he was the one she had been waiting for. As she approached the clearing, the other horses snorted and pawed the ground. But the white stallion remained calm, his eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. The girl reached out to him, and to her surprise, the horse nuzzled her hand as if he had known her for years. From that moment on, the girl and the white stallion were inseparable. She named him Moonbeam, and they rode together every day, exploring the hidden paths of the forest and sharing a bond that seemed to transcend words. But the girl soon noticed that Moonbeam was not like other horses. For one thing, he never needed to be fed or groomed, and his coat seemed to stay clean and shiny no matter how dirty it got. In the forest, the girl also noticed that the animals seemed to know Moonbeam, and would often run up to him and nuzzle his sides as if greeting an old friend. It became clear to the girl that Moonbeam wasn't just a horse, he was something more, something magical. One evening, as the sun was setting, the girl and Moonbeam were riding through the forest, when they heard a cry for help. A young fawn had gotten its leg caught in a hunter's snare, and the girl quickly dismounted to free the animal. As she worked to undo the knots, Moonbeam stood patiently nearby, his eyes filled with concern. From that day on, the fawn and the horse became friends, and the girl often saw them playing together in the forest. But their friendship didn't last forever. One day the girl and Moonbeam were out riding, when they encountered a group of hunters who had come to the forest to track down the magical horse. They had heard rumors of his powers, and now that they had laid eyes on him, they were determined to capture him and make him their own. The girl knew that she had to do something to protect Moonbeam, so she called out to the fawn, who was playing nearby, and told it to run and hide in the trees. Then she turned to the hunters and said, "You will not harm my friend." With that, she drew her bow and arrow and fired at the horse's legs, just grazing his side. The bullet caused Moonbeam to flinch, but it didn't stop him from running. The girl then took off after him, and the two escaped into the forest. There, among the tall trees and thick bushes, the girl and Moonbeam hid from the hunters. And as the years passed, the girl grew older, but her love for Moonbeam never faded. She knew that he was more than just a horse. He was her best friend, her protector, and a reminder of the magic that still existed in the world. And so the tale of the girl and the magical horse was passed down through the generations, a story of courage, friendship, and the power of believing in the impossible. Because in the end, it is our belief in magic that makes it real. Thank you for watching. If you like this story, please leave a comment below. We would love to hear what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more magical tales.